Hello everyone, it is me, 𝘾𝙍𝙀𝙀𝙖. Almost forgot my name. I know I've not really been on recently, kind of been away in Turkey, very nice. Went parasailing, jet skiing, got roasted alive for a whole 2 weeks. It was so hot! But anyway, I'm back and I want to continue a series that I was working on beforehand. A little town build called Humble Hedge, where each house will be inherited by a unique character of sorts, and today I would like to work on the first resident, Gaston, an elderly man who's came to start anew. So, a little bit about Gaston is that he was once married, though sadly his wife has passed on, and that is why he has decided to move to this new town. He wants a smaller home, and he wants to start on a project that him and his wife had planned to do after their kids had grown up and moved out. They planned to open up a campground where they would run a local scouts group and teach children the fun and joy of being one with nature, learning how to survive, identify plants and animals. Though before she could make it happen, I'm afraid she kind of passed away. And you know, I'm going to add some photos, which thank you to my beautiful body actors for posing for. Had some fun with this. But yeah, here's some photos I'm going to put up on screen. This is Gaston and his wife. Here she is taking some photos of the birds and sat in her iconic chair reading her favourite book. Though Gaston misses her very much, he decided it's time to finally catch up on that dream. I like to picture them kind of as like Ellie and Carl from the movie Up. Oh god, I didn't realise this once I had finished. I was like, oh no, oh god, it's giving Up. And I was like, no, I'm not ready to remember that. That movie was so sad. I still cry to it, but I mean, come on, yeah, it's a good movie. Oh, if only they made movies like that nowadays. Oh god. Oh no, I'm getting old. Oh, well. But yeah, for the house, I kind of wanted to go with like a old kind of feel to it. You know, a cozy home filled with memories and that really, more than, you know, modern art, fancy stuff. I also wanted to use the bird wallpaper, which honestly I've never really liked and I've just avoided using all the time. Mainly because it looks, I don't know, it just looks really poorly made. You can see like the white outlines around the like the little branch. And I hate the fact that the birds are blue. Like, you cannot change the colour of the birds, only the background. If they had made it where you could actually change the colour of the birds or something, or made the birds look at least a little more pretty, because they look very very flat, very awkward, honestly. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a try and see, you know, what we can do with it. I've never been good with wallpapers. Never really know what to do. I like a lot of bricks, like industrial vibes, but you know, I had to break the habit sometimes. But here you go, I'm adding his wife, though she's in an urn. I'm not gonna lie, I made this and I was like, I want to show that he loves his wife, and after I went in the build afterwards, I'm like, oh damn, this is actually kind of sad. Just wait till I get to the dining table. It's a memory. It's a moment. You just want to hug him. Like, he needs a hug, but you know, he's following up on his dreams. Luckily, the house that he's moving into, which is this house, is right next to the camping ground that he now owns. And I even made some custom decals, which I will show in the next video, where I will be challenging myself to decorate like the campgrounds. You know, it's going to have a scout club, which the kids of the town can go to. You know, a little activity, learn something. They go on hikes and that, because there is a path connected from the campgrounds that leads to the bottom of the town, where I'll probably put like buildings maybe. Like, you know, shops. My brain went blank, damn it. There's more than shops, I swear. I was going to add a school, but seeing as they're going to add a school anyway to the map soon, or at least everyone's hinting at it's going to be added, and I mean, you know, it is there, it's just a little unbuilt, little bit, you know, open roof. It's open roof, open floor, open wall plan, really. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's late while I'm recording. I've been putting this off for ages. trying to get used to handling my ADHD, and, well, as you can see, I've not produced any videos lately, though I was away. Okay, I was away for a little bit, guys. You can't pick on me for that. Okay. But yeah, here you can actually see as well what I did with the table. In that photo frame is a picture of his wife, because I can just imagine him like missing the meals where they shared together, you know, they sat and they talk about the day. And I was like, yeah, I need to make this sad. I need to, you know, get into people's hearts. If I'm gonna be crying while making this build, so is everyone else. It was fun though, like I got to make the characters. Gaston I've actually had... He was the husband of a character called Winnie, who was the mayor of a very old town, my first ever town I made in Bloxburg, which was called... What was it called again? Oh, Griston. I still have the decals. If I find them, I'll put them up. But it was a very kind of like... how do I describe it? Kind of a Victorian, like cozy... It kind of had Autumnville vibes. You know, my wife is built Panda Women top. I love her so much, but she isn't with me. I don't know where she gone. Come back, Panda Woo. I miss you. Yeah, we'll probably do something at some point. She's been travelling all over the world. But yeah, I forgot the name of the town again. Griston. It's been so long and I deleted it. I never recorded it. It had a train. I built a train that you could go in and I was so proud of it. It weren't even basic shapes. Like, it was made before we got the transform tool. It was painful but beautiful, and I had an underground system where you could go into the sewers and there was like a secret vampire hangout. There was like a mine with a mine shaft in it, and you could sit in the mine carts, which you also sat in coal, but you know, it was so cool. I missed that town. I really should have, you know, actually recorded it. Sadly, I don't think I've recorded it anywhere. All the memories gone. But I remember showing it Panda when we like first started hanging out, and oh, she loved it. She was like, "You need to record this." I'm like, "But I don't know how. I've never been a recorder. Hell, I'm not even good at recording this. I'm nervous. I don't know what to say. I just babble and it don't make sense. It never makes sense." Anyway. But yeah. I'm looking back at this and I notice my style's like... It's very Panda coded. Panda made me like explore textures, and just using textures I wouldn't normally use. Or at least you wouldn't normally use in like the real life, like the what are they called? Shingles that we use for the roofing in that. I wanted to use them for the trims. I thought they seemed cool. But she really opened up my eyes to like messing around with textures more. Especially with her builds, like layering roofs, adding like little details to it. Just kind of thinking outside the norm. See, I would say this to her and she'll just be like, "Oh, but you've inspired me to build. You're such a good builder." I'm like, "No, you." And she's like, "No, you." And I'm like, "No, you. Stop it. Stop it, Panda. Let me love your build, damn it." And yeah, we just pretty much fight over who has the best builds. And honestly, Panda, you're still amazing and I miss you. Please, marry me again, please. Oh, the old days. I won't lie, I was getting really frustrated because I'm like, I don't want to do blue to match the birds for everything. I kind of want to do like soft earthly tones because, you know, that's what you think of. Or at least it is what I thought of when I was a kid. Like my grandparents, they always had like really detailed wallpapers and that, flowers, birds. Then they'd have like dark greens and yellows, and you know, that was kind of just the whole vibe for them. You know, when, you know, they had their house and they were decorated, and now it's really... You know, most houses are like minimalistic, kind of more modern. You don't see what, you know, their houses were, and it's just like so many patterns, and I don't like it. But ayo, that was the fashion back then. Might come back into fashion, who knows? But, you know, upstairs, you know, yoinking some of the stuff from downstairs, because I'm like, I'm not redoing that again. I made him a little workbench where he can work on making his own little bird houses, so he can watch the birds. And I was like, oh, it's such a cute little grandpa hobby. They really need to add us the crafting skill. Like, it's already there, they just need to make it function. Let's make like little birdhouses or something for the gardens. I don't even think we had like a proper spring update, we just had like city stuff, which honestly kind of sucked. Well, I mean, it didn't suck, I guess it is cool, but it's stuff that's already in the city, which, yeah, no, that's also kind of cool. I don't know, I kind of wanted more flowers, more plants. Like, come on, where are our hanging vines? Why don't we have ceiling vines yet at Bloxburg? Or pretty flower Oh no, I've became a fish. Oh, I just realised this is where I get really frustrated trying to figure out a colour. Ah, disco mode! Anyway, while I was editing the video, we actually got the update. Well, the announcement for the school update, and I was like, well, diddly darn, they have heard our prayers. It's only taken, actually, how long? I don't know the exact number, but it's been a while. We've been asking for this school for ages. No more going down to the town hall, dropping our kids off and leaving them with the government. Wait a minute, that's a school. Oh well. But it looks really cool. I have noticed that when you look at the flag, you can see the icons for different skills, usually the creative skills, which is, you know, interesting. They also showed the inside of the lockers, and it looks like you can make vases, like little clay jars in that. So I think we're going to get a crafting skill, either with this update, or it's definitely being hinted at in the future, which is going to be pretty nice because, oh my god, we need something where we can create stuff and then just take it home. Like maybe limited items you can't actually buy, or something you could sell in the furniture store in the town and then other players could buy. That's just an idea, I thought it'd be cool. You know, reward for upping this skill, not only do you unlock personal items which, you know, no one else will have unless they've unlocked this skill, and maybe you can sell it to people who might not have that skill. But they won't be able to change it, like colour-wise or something, have it locked. But yeah, this update looks really cool, and I was considering adding a school later down the line for this build, but if there's going to be a school in the world, personally I wouldn't want to add it in the plot, because I like the idea of role-playing in my builds. And if there's something like the town, which is, you know, near, and it's pretty cool, there's a lot of stuff, you can have a lot of role-plays there now, way more, you know, interactive than it once was. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to put a school in this town, so I'm trying to think of what else, and something came to mind. We don't have a hospital. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but with the size of the soccer field, and I'm pretty sure a rugby field, there's definitely going to be a few scrapes there. So I think the town could do with a little hospital, or a clinic. Simple, you know, for those concussions. So I'll probably add in that in the future for this build. At the moment though, I would like to focus on the houses so we know who's going to be in this little town. Though I did plan I would do the camping ground next. Well, the scout grounds. Can't really call it camping. But it's cool that we also have the camping grounds around the map as well, so, you know, could travel. I hope we get a minibus in this update. Be really nice if we had something other than the minivan, like if we're doing school trips, or we're role-playing with our own builds, because, you know, private schools are still going to be probably pretty popular in roleplays, especially if they have the on-dorms for the, like, 75 people plus, because, well, you know, people are going to have needs. You know, they probably could do with adding a homeless shelter in the town. Oh, I'm getting distracted. I'm meant to be talking about my own town, and here I am going on about Bloxburg. But Bloxburg, you should probably most definitely add like a homeless shelter where people can boost their like needs if, you know, the server's packed out, there's no plots, and no one wants to let anyone in. Instead, you know, so they're not having to boost their moods all the time. Though I guess you would get quite a bit of money from that. Conspiracy? Who knows? Though, talking about the updates, and the school update which is coming this Saturday, if not it's already passed, it depends when I get this video out. I've been trying to edit for a while, neighbours have been kinda loud, revving cars and all other noises. Especially cats, a lot of angry cats around lately. But back to the question. What are you guys excited for the school update? Is there a certain thing you want? Do you want minibuses, certain build items? Do you want a certain skill to be added where, you know, it's more rewarding, like the gym skill? Because I think it'd be pretty nice if we could unlock like certain paintings maybe that we could have in the houses, like as build decor. Maybe something like, I don't know, maybe some lore about Bloxburg. Maybe we could have a meteor photo or something, or a painting, or a Renaissance painting with Tom in it. Something you could display, something you can't, you know, get otherwise. Then again, I guess people could do like decals of it and then just, you know, chuck it in and be like, well, this is it. Unless they make a special plaque. I'm a certified yapper. But yeah, if you have something that you want to see in the school update, put it down below, because I'm really curious. I do try and talk to people when I go to public servers, like, oh, what do you think of this update? No one responds. No one wants to talk about it or talk to me. I don't know why. I'm adorable. Most of the time I'm not even in my like YouTuber like look. I'm just like a little orange cat. I'm just walking around being like, hey, hello. Less intimidating. You can't be scared of an orange cat unless you're allergic. But you can't all be allergic. Time to test my theory later. But yeah, I'd be curious what people want. I'm curious though what the next big update after this would be. Well, besides, you know, October, fall and Christmas, but the like next world update, what would they add? Maybe more businesses? Maybe they would add a hospital, maybe a police station, though that would be really complicated because the moment you add police and law into Bloxburg, you'll have people like policing everyone, like, you were going over the speeding limit, I have the power to now handcuff you. Or worse, they add guns. See, most people be like, oh, that's really cool, and then anyone who's ever played, like, Brookhaven knows for a fact if you try and roleplay then, you're just going to end up with, like, a gang wannabes and all that. And it's just going to get really messy or really annoying. You'll have strangers breaking in like, this is a robbery. I'm like, we've just been robbed. You're the 8th person here. There's nothing left. Please, I'm just a single mom with my 10 kids that won't leave. Yeah, I would like to say, I just realised, like, a lot of the clips of where I'm building, it doesn't fully show everything that I did. I'm assuming I may have misplaced some audio, not audio. Come on, brain, you can do this. We've been working together for how many years? 25 years, and you still can't go, but oh, it's happened again. I'm turning into a fish. Oh no, brain's gone smooth again. Don't worry guys, I'm working on this. It's just nature at this point. It's a natural doki state. You know, I do wish we have more kitchens like this. More like, it's not industrial. I'm not sure. If someone knows what the word is for, like, you know, a darker, maybe would it be grunge? No. Whatever aesthetic this is, I just find it nice to have darker colours in a kitchen. It feels warmer, it feels cozy, makes me feel like a little witch, and I want to do, you know, witch stuff. Herbal teas, love potions, which are actually just, well, I don't know. Yeah, I could just boil some, like, brown mushrooms and be like, this will make you fall in love. And really, it just boosts your confidence. That'd be cool. That'd be funny, actually. Just someone who just mixes random stuff. It tastes nice. And you'd be like, there you go. That's now a magic potion. And they just give you, like, coffee or something. That will give you the power of the sun. You will know no end to your energy. Here, an espresso. I was wondering, what else should I add to this town, business-wise? Because we have a laundrette now. We're going to have a school. We have a flower shop. I think businesses like daycares would be cool. I would love to see those come back. But I also understand no one really likes to play as a kid because, well, it's a little boring. Anyway, we're coming to the end. Gaston will have a little chat with you guys and, you know, tell him about his life and, you know, why he's moving here and his dreams for the future. So, well, this is the end of the video, and this is where we're going to meet Gaston, who's going to tell us a little bit about his character. Talking of, I think I see him coming right now.
Hello, my name is Gaston, and I'm moving from my old house to something more smaller and new. After my wife died, I found myself not really sure what to do. That is, until I decided to follow up on mine and my wife's dream. Seeing as our kids have grown up, I've decided to move into a smaller home and start my Scouts group. Well, why don't you come in and have a look? Come on.
So Gaston is a simple man with simple needs in his old furniture. He just needed a smaller space. Here is his kitchen. He likes to look at birds, and he runs the local scout group, which will be my next build. There'll be badges and all sorts of activities for the community. He also likes to make birdhouses in his spare time and putting them up around the campgrounds. The bathroom may not be big, but it's everything he needs. After his kids have moved out and started own families, it's just Gaston now, and his dreams. Well, that's the end of the first video for my new town, Humble Hedge. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I look forward to making more builds for this town. If there's any kind of characters you'd like to see, make sure to leave a comment. Bye bye!